Hi there, Alan Reece with the law firm of Frank and Kraft, sitting here today with Gayla Pitts of At Your Service Home Care at St. Francis. Thanks for sitting with us today.
Great to be here.
So tell me a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, I'm the administrator at Your Service Home Care, and that is a spin-off company from Visiting Nurse Service, which has been around for 100 years. So I've been with Visiting Nurse Service about 24 of those.
Wow. And what do you do at Your Service Home Care?
Well, we provide services along the continuum of healthcare. There's a skilled care level of care provided by nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists.
Medical professionals of some sort.
Right.
Okay.
When you are rehabbing from an injury or a surgery, when you're trying to deal with chronic diseases. But then there are those types of services that are really assisting you with just maintaining the chores of daily living kind of thing.
Okay.
That helps assist you with your hygiene, make sure that you can transfer from a bed to a chair, um, uh, take care of your nails, things like
Okay.
that. So
And that falls under what's called non-medical home care.
non-medical, private duty kind of care. And even though there is self-pay for those services, there's also other services and payers such as VA, there's Medicaid waiver programs. There's long-term care insurance now that covers these
Sure.
kinds of services.
And it seems like this is an area that's growing in terms of the number of ways that it's covered. It seems like uh, as the medical industry changes, there's a push towards having people stay at home for longer.
Right.
So that's nice. It means it makes it easier for folks like you to provide care to more people, I think.
Right.
Okay.
Um, a day in the hospital could cost tens of thousands of dollars.
Right.
You can get a month of services in the home, even longer for that.
And people would rather be at home anyway.
Absolutely. We know that people are healthier, they recuperate faster when they're in their own home.
Okay. Do you serve just a specific area of the city, or what is the sort of range of your coverage?
We cover all of Marion County and some of the surrounding city counties. We don't go all the way to the far reaches of those counties, but we cover a great deal of the greater Indianapolis area.
Central Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me an example of the kind of typical client that you would have.
Well, most of them are seniors.
Okay.
And, seniors, when I was young, seniors were like 60. Now
Mhm.
that I am of that age, I'm talking upwards in the 80s.
Okay.
We have a high number of clients that are veterans, and we're part of the We Honor Veterans program, so we're very honored to be participating in that. Um, we have people who live alone, who have maybe some friends and family, but they don't have the resources to provide any care themselves for that individual. And we have people who are aging couples when their health is both and their strength is declining, so they're not able to help one another like they once did.
Mm.
Um, those are usually the two categories of it. We serve a lot of people who live alone but are intent on remaining independent in their own home.
Just like everyone wants to do.
Everybody wants to do that, sure.
Can you give me an example, without using any names, of an instance where you saw yourself really helping somebody out, making their life better?
Sure. Imagine a paraplegic or a quadriplegic who lives alone and just needs help getting in and out of their bed every day and having some assistance with bathing. Otherwise, they can cook themselves, they can take care of themselves, they have animals, friends, a life. It's just that they need those kinds of assistance, and we're able to do that. We have an older woman who's well into her 80s who lives alone, but she's getting her health is starting to decline. So we go 3 times a day to visit her, and we help her with her toileting, with meals, and with bathing. And she is able to remain independent because of that.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you think that, there's a lot of home care companies out there. Are there any particular areas of strength that you think your organization does a better job out of than maybe some of your competitors out there?
Well, we aimed to find the right match, first of all, with our aides or our nurse or whoever and the client. You know, you have to have a good personality match as well as the skills to go
Sure.
with it. And we try very hard to get that match there for you. Um, there are other things that we provide. We provide a personal emergency response system, or lifeline, as most people know them by. We have med dispensers available to help people with their medication setups, so they're ensuring that they have accurate medications. And we have a pretty quick response time. If we talk to you on the phone and you're not real sure what services you need or what you can afford or what the strengths are in the home and the resources you have available to you naturally, then we'll come out into the home. We prefer that. Provide a free evaluation, sit and talk to you, find out what really you need, and periodically we can come out and reevaluate that because what you need now might change in 3 months.
It's just sort of as a sort of closing thought for folks who are trying to find a provider that's going to be right for them or their loved one. What sorts of things should they look for? What should they keep an eye out for? What sort of advice could you give to them?
Well, I think first of all they should be licensed, they should be approved and have some monitoring of someone, obviously bonded. We are a not-for-profit company and we provide some services free of charge if the situation calls for it. Sometimes our clients don't have the money every month to help pay for the services, so we stretch and try to accommodate their needs. What kind of supervision do they have? What's the average length of employment with each individual? You know, just there has to be a trust factor. We come into your home, we try to honor your home, respect your home, as well as respecting the people in it, and make sure that there's a trusting relationship there.
Okay. Gayla Pitts with At Your Service Home Care at St. Francis. Thanks for joining us today and chatting with us.
You're very welcome.
Take care.